What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shonen Showdown. I'm your host, Rob, and sitting to the right of me is
Scott.
And here today we're going to be talking about My Hero Academia again, but there's something we want to get into. We want to discuss the big three of Class 1A, right? Our big three includes Midoriya, Bakugo, and Todoroki. All right. If your big three does not include any of those three members, you better rewatch the show or do something else. I don't know. Get more hours of sleep because you're crazy. All right. And we want to actually get into how these individuals rank against each other, because I've seen so many, debates online about who's better than who's stronger than who's a better hero than who. So we want to take care of that for you today. And I'm going to start with you, Scott. Who do you have?
All right, so I'm gonna go from strongest to weakest. The big three of Class 1A. All right. Strongest, I'm gonna put Bakugo. Bakugo Shonen. The strongest.
You're a madman.
That's who I have.
You're a madman.
Second place.
You're a madman.
Second place. I'm gonna put Deku, of course. Can't forget about him. Second place. And third place, okay. If y'all watched the last video, y'all know my opinions on this. Third place, last but not least, Todoroki. All right? That's what I have. That's my three. What about you?
That list was trash. I'm just going to get right to the point. Let me tell you guys the actual list of what's going on, because he's crazy, all right? At number one for the strongest hero, I have no one other than Midoriya. Midoriya is sitting at number one in Class 1A. Right after him, I'm going with Todoroki. I'm sorry. That's the bro. I know you don't like him. You don't think he's there yet. I do. I personally seen enough from Todoroki. He's there. And right after him, I gotta squeeze in Bakugo, obviously. But
yeah, that's a sham list. All right, we can cut the video now.
Right, we're running this video. I like this debate already. Let's get started. All
right. Well, first question.
I don't even know where to begin.
First question. Are we doing as of right now in the show, or are we doing like
we're doing as of right now? Yes, Midoriya as of right now is number one.
As of right now, you're gonna put Midoriya as number one right after he lost a no rules fight, no time limit fight, no rounds, no referee, nothing fight against Bakugo. Right after that, you're gonna put him as number one.
Yes. Absolutely. Explain. Let me explain. Let me get into this. Midoriya, hands down, is the best hero in Class 1A. I mean, this man, not only is he like one of the smartest fighters in Class 1A, right? Because we've seen him fighting when Class 1A was fighting against Mirio Togata, right? He was the only one that impressed Mirio. He was the one that was able to predict Mirio's counterattack and also be able to... you know why he wasn't there? Because he was not ready. He was on house arrest. Because he's trash. Let's go into this even more. Midoriya, to me, has the strongest. This is my main reason why he's number one. He has the strongest ultimate attack out of all three of them. I don't care what anybody says. If you get hit with the 1 million Delaware Detroit smash, no one's getting up. I don't care. Todoroki's not getting up. Bakugo's not getting up. So that's another. That's not even. That story's done. Okay. And then even after that, not only is he the smartest fighter, but he has the ability to use full cowling. Now, full cowling is an ability where he's able to use kind of his his one for all around his body, right? And he can use the shoot style, which is when he uses those crazy kicks that give him those mid-tier quality range attacks. He could punch at will. And that Bakugo fight that everyone was talking about, hold on, Bakugo had way more energy into that fight than Midoriya did. Midoriya was reluctant to fight him. He was not reciprocating the same energy towards Bakugo that Bakugo was giving towards him. Let's talk about how
he needed full cow to even enjoy, to even participate in that fight. Let's talk about that, all right? He had full cow the whole fight, and that was what he needed to even keep up with Bakugo, all right? Like, that's the minimum that it took. Bakugo doesn't have no speed quirk, doesn't have no agility quirk. He's just that nice, all right? He doesn't have no durability.
But let me ask you this.
He's just that nice.
1 million
Yeah.
Delaware, Detroit Smash. Right, is Bakugo getting up?
Did he land it?
He didn't try it on him. That's my point.
All I saw was that he did land a full cow punch on him. And
because
Midoriya ate that like a ham sandwich.
Midoriya was not trying to fight him though. He was not trying to fight him. Bakugo, what Bakugo does, because Bakugo is an aggressive person, all right? So he's a person that tries to take advantage of situations and try to force people into fights that they don't want to fight, and then use that as an excuse as, oh yeah, I'm the man, and make him feel better about himself. At the end of the day, that's the same thing. That's the same situation he put Todoroki in during the tournament. Todoroki was kind of reluctant to even have it. He was just like, whatever.
Don't get me started.
You know what I mean?
Don't get me
started. So Bakugo to me is nowhere near top 1 right now. He's not top 1 in Class 1A. But
wait, consider the fact that Bakugo, like I said before, he doesn't have a strength quirk. He doesn't have none of that, right?
Yeah.
Deku was in full cow when he took a punch from Bakugo, all right? In that fight. That punch ended the fight, all right? He slammed him into the ground. Mm-hmm. He couldn't get up. Bakugo was the last one standing, all right?
Right.
That wasn't his final attack. That wasn't a special attack, nothing.
Right.
That was just an attack, and it took him down, and it put him down for the count. Explain that.
Bakugo again was going way harder than Midoriya was.
All right, what? That's not an excuse.
That is an excuse because Midoriya was not trying to fight him. If Midoriya was actually trying to fight him, he would have caught the 1,000,000% Delaware Detroit Smash, and it would have been over. He's not getting up. Listen,
I'm not buying it.
He has the strongest ultimate attack. He's the smartest fighter. He's a smarter fighter than Bakugo too. Bakugo's reckless, but
Bakugo's a natural born fighter, all right? He's a Saiyan elite, all right? That's what he is, all right?
Let's go into you have Midoriya at number 2.
Yes.
For me, I have someone else at number 2. I have someone that actually deserves to be at number 2, and I have Todoroki. Like I said earlier, okay, to me, Todoroki is the best defensive fighter out of all 3 of them. And listen, he has the best range attacks, right? Bakugo just recently acquired that AP shot, but those 2 attacks that you're talking about in the previous episode, right? Yes, the ice wall and those fire blasts are the reason why Todoroki, we don't even know his ability as a close range fighter because he's been forcing opponents to stay far away from him every time he fights.
He has ability as a close range fighter?
No, we don't know. We didn't because he's forced it. Listen, Todoroki is such a great fighter that he forces opponents to play to his game. He forces them to play under his conditions, under his terms, which make him elite. You see with those 5, all right, you remember those 5 students, people call them, the 5 ninjas, Rangers. Those Power Rangers. Yes. Right. Todoroki was bodying them all by himself, keeping them at bay.
That's facts.
At bay. And he moved on his own in the tournament. Not in the tournament, in the license exam. He moved on his own.
Wait. In the license exam, right?
Yes.
I remember that.
Right.
He failed that exam, right?
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh.
He did. Under circumstances that had nothing to do with really him. It was another student that had a problem with him because he was tight at his whole family and took it out on him. That does not speak on Todoroki's ability as a beast. But if we want to go into that, that's why I don't have him over Midoriya. There's one main reason, even besides that reason I just pointed out, that I don't have him over Midoriya, and that was when Mirio Togata came through and said, I want to show the class how to fight. You guys all come at me. And Aizawa turned to Todoroki and said, listen, you can hop in this if you want. This is your opportunity. I want to see what you got. Everyone wants to see what you got. And Todoroki kind of, to me, he was shying away from the action. He said, I don't have my license. I can't. He wanted no problems with Mirio, and that to me, I was
agree. You're helping my point. Yes.
But that does not mean he's still better than Bakugo. What? Hell yeah. He's the best defensive fighter in the whole. Listen, we don't even know if he fought Bakugo now, currently, that Bakugo would even be able to get in close range. And even if he got in close range, again, we don't really know how powerful Todoroki is as a close range fighter, but he's very defensive, and we know he can evade attacks like crazy, better than all 3 of them. So, all of them together.
Yes. Todoroki can evade attacks.
Yes.
The best out of the 3 of them.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, you're crazy. You need to drink some more water. You need to get up on your protein shakes, your vitamins. I don't know what it is. Something's going on in your head. He can avoid attacks.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I don't think so.
Yes, indeed.
I do not think so. Bakugo's agility in the Midoriya fight alone, forget the rest of the show, that fight alone, he showed way more agility than I've ever seen from Todoroki. Alright? And if you consider the rest of the show, he's consistently in every fight that he's been in managed to handle long range and close range fighters. And the way he handles long range fighters is by using his agility to get into close range. Even though his defense is not as great as Todoroki, his offense is more than capable to make up for that. Alright? If Bakugo's in the Mileon fight, I'm not gonna say he would have beat him. Like, of course he would have got destroyed like everybody else. But he would have went in there. Alright? Todoroki didn't have the license. Right? He wasn't ready for nothing. Alright? He knew, he was like, I'm not even gonna embarrass myself by stepping foot in there. Alright? I'm just gonna stay back and watch, because I can learn more by observing than actually participating. Alright? You can't put him in the number 2 spot.
Scotty, Bakugo is trash. Why are you... Listen, this is why I have Bakugo at 3. Bakugo is too overconfident in his own abilities. He's too aggressive. He doesn't think when he fights. And let me give you a perfect reason why we see this.
Okay.
Bakugo got kidnapped, Scotty. Listen, out of everybody in the class, Bakugo was the one that got kidnapped. You know why he's the one that got kidnapped?
Because they wanted to make him a villain because he was the most powerful.
No, it wasn't because he was the most powerful.
Right.
It's because, they saw potential in his anger issues and stuff like that. At that time, he was the weakest. He was the easiest to catch.
The weakest link.
He wasn't the weakest. He wasn't the weakest here, obviously, but he was the easiest to catch at that point in time. So they went for him and they got him. They came. They did what they had to do when they saw Bakugo. Bakugo got kidnapped.
Those villains pulled up looking for Deku and Bakugo. They said, we need these two. We need to grab them. We need to tie them up somehow, bag them, take them back.
And who did they leave with?
They left with Bakugo because Deku was off fighting Togoro over there, saving that kid's life. All right, but they got Bakugo, and I admit that's a fall on his part.
Yeah,
like I'm still blaming him for that.
Hell yeah.
But the fact that they didn't even consider, like, oh, Todoroki, what? We don't need that. What? We don't want that.
We don't need that.
We got Dabi, okay? He's like 8 times better than Todoroki in the first place. We never see the rest of Dabi yet, but they don't need no Todoroki.
Hold on,
you don't need no fire blast. All right, they already got bigger and better.
Have you ever considered the fact? Have you ever considered the fact that maybe, just maybe,
what?
They thought, damn, Todoroki is just that guy. We can't find a way to get inside.
Really funny because I've never considered that.
You know what? You hate Todoroki. But listen, Todoroki, from what I've seen, is one of the, like I said, he's the best ranged fighter. He's the best defensive fighter. He's keeping everybody he fights 30 plus yards away from him. People try to get inside. Bakugo is a close range fighter. He has to get inside. He just recently developed that little AP shot, but that's not working against Todoroki's Fire Blast and Ice Wall. We know this. So again, Todoroki is better than Bakugo.
I mean, he wasn't keeping staying away, but that's besides the point. Bakugo wasn't there, so I can't speak on that. But continue.
Todoroki just better. Midoriya is better than Bakugo. Bakugo has a way to go.
He still lost to Bakugo. That's a fair fight.
Okay, and Bakugo lost to Seiji and literally had to hand the fight to Denki Kaminari. Right?
I mean, if you want to have that debate, that could be the next one coming up. But right now,
I'm listing reasons why Bakugo is not top 2. That's all I'm doing. I still think Bakugo is nice. I'm not saying he's not nice, but compared to Midoriya and Todoroki, he's trash. As of right now, he's trash. He got kidnapped. He's too aggressive. He loses fights. And then at the same time, he wants to say, oh, I beat Todoroki. I beat Midoriya. Okay, you fought them when they didn't even really want to even fight you. Like, and we all know
that's not his fault.
And what do you mean that is his fault? They forced him. Yes, he forced them into it.
Smoke with that.
Listen.
Can't blame the man for that.
Listen. Midoriya literally. Can we make a case that maybe Midoriya was holding back on fighting Bakugo because if he got serious, Bakugo may have not been able to walk again? I mean, come on, son. That 1,000,000%.
You can make a case for that specific move only, but you can't make a case for the whole fight like that.
He has the strongest ultimate attack.
He does.
So he's auto number 1. The reason why he's auto number 1.
You can't land that strongest ultimate attack, then what good is it?
He didn't try to use it on Bakugo. Why would he try to use it? He would kill him.
Exactly. So you can't really bring that into this debate if he didn't even try to use it. It's not even like we could say.
I'm just
he
saying.
avoided it or he
I'm just
defended
saying. This is a reason why he has. If you listen, if you're fighting somebody and you have to hold yourself back because you're afraid about you're worried about their well-being, then you know that you're better than them. That's point blank. That's not even debatable.
Right.
You're better than them. You gotta hold yourself back from hurting the person that's trying to hurt you. What? Midoriya is stronger than him. And Todoroki is stronger than him. Bakugo has a long ways to go. I think he's gonna be a great hero eventually, but he still has some things he has to do. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so to wrap this up, rank 1 we got Bakugo, rank 2 Deku, rank 3 Todoroki.
No,
all right, yo,
no.
let us know.
Hold on.
Yet.
Let me give you guys the actual
in
list. You have
Bakugo,
Midoriya at number 1. You have Todoroki at number 2, and you have a bag of chips at 3. At 3.5, maybe we can slip Bakugo in there if we're feeling happy. All right. But yeah, I'm just speaking what it is. That's all it is. It's all love. But then again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know how you rank these 3 against each other, because Scotty's list is don't ignore his list.
You need some help, some milk.
Or let us know whose list you agree with actually.
Some multivitamins, some Flintstones. I don't know, man. You need something.
Well, it's nice to see you guys. Check in next time. Signing out.